The next question is, can I give a brief overview of the M3.4u advantages versus the M3? So here's some things about the M3 that people don't like. They don't like the fact they need to use option view software. They don't like the fact that it's easier to trade with a larger size. In other words, it's more challenging to trade with a smaller size, mixing IWM, that type of stuff. I could have just dealt with the M3u, but the M3u is still intended for option view. One of the advantages of the option view setup is you can see the shift in the volatility skew in your T+0 line much more accurately in option view, and those shifts will trigger off adjustments when they happen. So generally, if the market's going to go up, you're going to see a shift to negative delta, and that's going to kick off an early adjustment. Right, that type of thing. Where in O&E you may not get that, and it makes a delta adjustment much less effective because of that reason. So what I did is I came in here and I said, okay, well, I want to be able to monitor with O&E, which basically means the delta numbers need to be not that important in the strategy. I want to be able to trade at a small size, which means, just doing broken wing butterflies. In this thing here, you can trade with $7,000. Realistically, you could trade it with 3,500 using 5-point strike. So you can trade it with a small size. The other thing or challenges that people had or they didn't like doing is they didn't like rolling the positions. Now, a lot of times from a positional standpoint, the best thing you can do is roll a position, and you're going to make more money if you roll the position. But if you don't willing to roll the position, or you don't want to be in a strategy where you're rolling as much, then how do you deal with that? And so I set this up so there's much less rolling. Matter of fact is you'd never roll forward, and the roll back, like if you do a V32, you never roll forward on a V32 either, but you can get into rollbacks somewhat frequently, where in the M3.4u, you're going to do less rollbacks. And realistically, the only way, most trades you won't do any rollbacks. Some trades you'll do one. If you get a crashing market, you might do multiples. So I'm trying to address all those issues in this program. Now, what we end up with is a trade we go in 56 days to expiration, and it does overlap like the M3. A lot of people like the overlap. So you don't necessarily have to overlap, but we're doing the same 56-day to expiration. We're doing an overlap. There are going to be performance differences in the strategy. Most years, the new the M3.4u is going to outperform the M3. In some years, it's not. So vulnerability, as most of you know, the primary vulnerability in an M3 is that push up into expiration. Especially with dropping volatility when you go into a grinding movement, then that is probably the most problematic aspect of that particular trade. The other problematic aspect is, you just get crushed to the downside. So the new trade strategy, it does not have the problem of in an up grinding move. In an up grinding move, this is going to do like a V32. As a matter of fact, it pretty much almost converts into a V32 as the market goes up. So it doesn't have that issue. It is a little more susceptible or problematic in a really hard down move, sometimes, off and on, right? So a little bit more problematic, slightly to the downside, because you always have to trade something off, right, if you're going to follow the same rules all the time. So slightly more problematic to a really hard down move. The up movement problem is essentially taken away, or the challenge with the up movement problem is taken away. So you'll see a fairly big difference in the grinding up markets, where the new trade is going to outperform the old trade. Where the old trade outperforms the new trade is in chop that is in a relatively tight range, because what we did to deal with the delta issue that we have to deal with O&E is we made very, very tight delta limits, and we adjust and then back out of adjustments. So rather than doing a roll or something like that, we'll do a simple vertical adjustment. So in a sense, the new trade, sometimes the adjustments are a little more frequent, but they're almost always much more simple, right? You're not dealing with putting on a butterfly and a call or trying to, like if you have to roll an M3.u, you basically take the position off and you reposition it. So you don't get into the complicated positions like you get into with the M3. It's much more simple to deal with, much more simple to manage. So they can be more frequent with the very tight delta limits. But when the trade decides to break out and go up and go, like it's been doing a lot lately, the 3.4u is just doing really well in that type of environment, where the M3 is kind of a pain in the neck because you're rolling up stuff like that. So, but if you take 2011 to 2016, the new trade outperformed the M3 by a lot. In 2017, the new trade did okay, but the regular M3 did fantastic. That was the best year we've ever had in the M3. And if you look at 2017, the reason the M3 did so well is because we didn't have those explosive up moves, right? We had a lot of chop in the upper part of the butterfly, and then towards the end of the trade, it stayed inside. So we hit, profit target month after profit target month in 2017. We did really well. The new position is going to get chopped back and forth there. We're going to make up adjustments, down adjustments, up adjustments, down adjustments. And it doesn't lose, but it's going to make less money in that type of scenario. And I think we did about the same performance in 2018. But any other year, we've handily outperformed the regular M3. So I think it's a fantastic strategy. I'm actually really excited about it because it's more simple to manage, and it's also bringing in some of the other concepts that, automatically that we're going to be talking about in Premium Plus when we go forward.